Perfect, thank you.
Right guys, Dan Hendriksen here at Torquay Golf Club. Welcome back to another show of Tune Up Tuesday. I have a very special guest this week. Very special. Well, he thinks he's special. Should we go and find him?
You're like my carer, aren't you? You like look after me, take me out for days out, and make sure I'm okay. Do you get like a grant to look after me?
I worry about you a lot.
What's it like running a pro shop, being a YouTube star, and looking after Leicester?
Right, what are we doing? What are we doing today?
Right, so over the last, the winter period, because we haven't played a lot of golf, I've been using your studio quite a bit.
Have you?
I have, yeah.
Have you been wearing out this mat?
Yeah, I think you're going to need a new mat soon. So I've been trying to change my path. Okay.
For what reason?
For what reason? I used to hit the ball right to left. I had a nice drawy shape, which I really enjoyed, and I went to a functional left to right shape. So I changed my swing path from which was in to out to in. Okay. But now I've gone back to out to in. Okay. I think.
So we're going to have a little look at Leicester's golf swing today. Now, I'm not going to get too technical on this one because Leicester likes to tinker himself. He doesn't like me getting involved too much. So we're going to have a little look at the numbers that he's producing from the two swings that he's been using over the last sort of couple of years. And we're going to start to have a little look at what he feels he does differently that maybe helps him get into different positions and then produce obviously different shots. So let's get Leicester to hit some balls, let's get some numbers and sort of share with you what he's up to. First swing that you're going to hit for us is going to be the out to in, your left to right swing that you've been using now for what, a couple of years?
Yeah, 2.5 years.
And you've been using it because you're trying to get a bit more control over the ball.
Correct, yeah.
And now you were looking for a bit more yardage. Yeah. Okay, let's go with left to right to start us off with them. Okay, good. Feel like it's a slight overcut, or is that okay?
Yeah, it's an overcut, yeah.
Okay.
That's too much. Face probably slightly over the path.
Right, okay. So just talk me through, when you hit the out to in swing, okay, and we'll look at the numbers in a moment of both of these, but just talk me through, what are you trying to do? What are you feeling by getting the club to feel like it's a little bit more out to in than in to out?
Okay, so from the top of my swing, people that have watched previous videos or seen me do course vlogs will notice that I come over the top. So from the top of my golf swing, I make that movement. Okay. So I reroute the club across. So
grab the club and take it to the top of your swing and just show me what you're kind of doing there.
From this position, I was tending to come out here. Okay. So quite steep, cross, and I move my arms across. Yeah. So my downswing felt almost steeper than my backswing. Okay, so we've hit some shots with that left to right type of shot. We've got the numbers from that. Now let's move into the more in to out path action that you're going to be doing, that you want to move into moving forward, yeah? Yep. Beauty. So you want to now hit a little draw. What are you thinking about? So I'm almost feeling like I'm pulling down here into my right pocket, so the club shaft's coming downwards. Okay, so which part is going to go into the pocket? So at the butt end of the golf club. So you're going to feel that you're going to get this part here as close to this pocket as you possibly can on the way down. I'm feeling like my back's staying at the target longer as well.
You see, I like that one. That's the one that I like, is this one where you feel like you keep your back at the target to the target. So if Leicester gets himself into the setup position and gets himself to the top, what I love the most is when he sort of mentioned about keeping his back to the target. This is something I use a lot when I'm coaching. It just gets people to change the thought process of not having to worry about where the club is on the way down. But keeping his back to the target just enables him get this club to move more, keep behind him. So he's trying to keep the head of the club a little bit behind his hands, should we say, on the way down. Back to the target for as long as you can enables that just to fall into that slot there. And then you can feel like you're swinging it more in to out from there. If he opens his back up, so if you take it to top again, if you start to turn from the top half, which is a very common fault with a lot of players, is they hit at it with the top half. As soon as that goes this way, this head wants to go out there. And this is where now Leicester's going to have to try and recover that because it's now working a little bit more out to in kind of approach as he's coming into the shot. So I like that drill. I probably like that back to the target almost a little bit better than trying to feel like you're getting into your pocket, because people can start getting themselves into a bit of a trapped, exactly. But if you keep the back to the target for as long as you can, it just feels like the club can then just drop down on more of an inside approach, which enables you to get it into a more into-out path.
Yeah.
Right, so the whole objective for you, for wanting to possibly change your swing, is for yardage, correct?
The main reason is to gain a little bit of yardage. I didn't like seeing the ball missing short right. I don't know, I've had enough of seeing that. I just want to see a different shape. I want to go back to hitting the shape that I used to hit.
Yeah, okay, I get that. Well, if we then analyse it, I mean, if we look at, let's go back to your analysis here of your actual swings itself. So, if we look at your in-to-out swing, okay, you can see here, club head speed 92.8 mile an hour compared to 92.2 mile an hour with the out-to-in swing. You're swinging it an average of 2.4 degrees in-to-out, whereas with your, what you call the over-the-top swing, or your little fade swing, you're swinging it at 0.8 left.
Yeah.
So you are changing it. This is very, very small. Your little cut shot is quite a small out to in swing path, you know?
Yeah, I just feel on the course occasionally I could probably be getting those numbers up 3, 4, 5 degrees.
Okay, so when you're really working it, it's going to start to pick up a little bit more. Okay, I get that. If you look at what we're getting from the face control point of view, and this is where I have a slight concern, is if you look at your face control, I think with your, certainly with your fade shot, or your little left to right shot, your face control is pretty controlled.
Yeah.
Whereas you can see here with the in to out path that you're getting that club face 4 degrees closed on an average as you're coming into the shot, which, to be fair, that's what I used to see with you.
Yeah.
Was that little overturn when you were trying to play this shot a lot of the time. But to be fair, you probably, over a bit of time working on it, you could probably control that a little bit more with a bit of practice. I'm just not sure whether you're going to practice enough to be able to drill that into your...
To completely change, that would be my main concern.
I will bring this up, and that's your club lie position. So you're 4.6 averaging toe down and 4.9 averaging toe down. So moving it slightly, but this is something you've always had.
I've always done that.
He's always done it, and it's, you know, at the end of the day, I could jump on him and look at changing it, but, you know, we've talked about this in detail before, and you're not that bothered.
I've had clubs which have been altered to get my dynamic lie closer to neutral. Yeah. But the actual look of a golf club just for me, I can't do it. I'd start adjusting my hands, and it just doesn't work for me.
And we've discussed that in detail, and we're going to leave it on that one. But if we look at the lofted delivery, so on average with a little draw swing, you get it at 32.3 degrees in loft, and when you just try to hit that little fade, you're adding like 2 degrees more loft onto it. So, and to be fair, if we then come over to your yardages, you're getting an average of 160 carry with your draw swing. And then 155 carry with your fade swing, peaking out 37 yards high with the draw swing and 41 yards high with the fade swing. The situation is, at the end of the day, you're getting a little bit more loft with the fade swing than you are with the draw swing, so you're getting, then in turn you're getting more spin with what you're getting out of the actual fade swing at 6.9 compared to 6.4. So that combination of lower loft, lower spin is giving you that extra 4, 5, 6 yards extra that you're getting. So half a club more than you're getting out of it. Yeah. So there's your numbers.
So my question is to you, as someone who I play golf with, who watches me play, do you think I should change the swing path, or do you think I should revert back to what I was doing?
I think from a day-to-day use of using your irons, I like that little fade cut shot that you hit. So I like that shot. However, I think it's important that you have the other shot in the bag. Because if you want to just hit one out there a little bit longer, I think that you having that swing, and because, you know, it's not easy to change a golf swing that quickly. Like, Lester can do it pretty quickly, like, because obviously he's a good player, his skill levels are very high, so him having that opportunity to change that way in which you hit the ball, I think is a great bit of kit to have in your game. I prefer on a stock shot, I prefer you hit the little fade. but I want you to have that swing in your game as an option, because I just think, you know, I know you say that you're working that club, or your face control would probably improve as time went on, and don't get me wrong, I think it would, but I think that if you turn back time, you were concerned about the overdrawing and things like that in times gone by, so you were trying to change to an out to in path to be able to control the face better, which you did very well. Do I think you should change it as a full-time thing? No, but on the same scale as when it comes to driver, I think it's something you should have a little look at. Definitely. Not so much with the irons, but certainly with driver. I think if you want to get it out there a little bit longer, definitely have that in your bag and practice it. But from day to day playing golf, hitting fairways, hitting iron shots into greens, I prefer the out to in swing path. Okay. It's a subtle change. This is small things. Now, the idea of this show really was just to show that, you know, I'm not necessarily working on Lester's golf swing in this situation, but I wanted to share with you the feels that he has when he's trying to hit a golf ball. Now, some of you may see some inconsistencies there or see faults in his swing. Yes, there are other things in there, but at the moment it's about Lester building confidence and trying to take a golf swing to the golf course where he can play golf. I like what he's doing. I think he's making some subtle changes. If it makes him feel better in his game, then albeit. It's not about the technically perfect golf swing. The golf swing over the years have changed massively from all the way through the generations of good players. There's no right or wrong here. It's about what's functional for your game. And I think this is an important message for lots of people out there, is the game of golf is not a game of perfect. It's about getting the golf ball around the golf course.
I think I would have been a better golfer if I was starting now and what we know than when I started before, because whenever I did things, people would be like, you can't do it like that, you need to do this, you need to change this, whereas now it's subtle changes. And I think I would have been a better golfer.
But at the end of the day, Lester doesn't, you say you practice, he doesn't practice a great deal, but at the end of the day, if you can hold a handicap of scratch or 1 or whatever it is you're off now, I think that's good. You know, you don't play enough golf to or want to go up to another level. You're not looking to play county golf. You're not looking to do that anymore. It's not in your sort of game right now, in your life at the moment. So I think what you're doing is right, and if you can get a bit more enjoyment out of your game, perfect. Let me know, put your comments down below. What do you think about the subtle changes that Lester's making in his game? Is it something that you guys have kind of gone through yourselves? I'd like to hear what you have to say. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up if you like what you're seeing, and we look forward to seeing you again next week on Tune Up Tuesday.